Hello, this is Corey the Keyblade Wielder, and yep, we're back for another commentary. This time, Disney versus non-Disney villains, Part 2. Part 2 means like Season 2, not Round 2. We already did Round 2. Why would I do another one, unless it's been re-uploaded that way? So, yeah, it's been, let's just say Part 2 is taking place, that it has been 6 months since the end of the last war. Whoa, 6 months, I thought it'd be longer than that. So, yeah, let's get this started. Disney versus non-Disney villains, Part 2, Round 1. And this time, not just movie villains, but TV villains. Cool, huh? Let's get this started. Okay, first fight. King One-Eye from The Thief and the Cobbler versus Shan Yu. The Snow Queen is asking King One-Eye to kill Shan Yu, only to learn that he survived. You know, we haven't seen her since round 3, haven't we? It seems like King One-Eye was in the since part 1 of the war. Okay, I love this music. This is from Sonic and the Black Knight. It's called Fight the Night. It seems like King One-Eye and his forces are going into that Great Wall of China. I wonder why Shan Yu had to rebuild it anyway. And Shan Yu is already prepared. And now it's Shan Yu comes face to face against King One-Eye. And Shan Yu wins. Next fight. Ruber versus the Witches of Morva from Disney's The Black Cauldron. I was wondering when we get to see those 3 witches. Maleficent is telling Ruber about the powerful sword which is in the hands of the Witches of Morva, and now Ruber's got it. Needs to get it. I mean, you already got Excalibur. How many powerful swords do you need, dude? And looks like the witches do not want their sword get into the hands of Ruber. I never read any of the Chronicles of Praeden, but I know that sword was probably belonged to the powerful king which Terran, took it but then gave it to them for a trade. Is that where it takes place? I'm wondering. Okay, did the witches accidentally merge the sword from the king into the Excalibur, which is Ruber is holding? That would be an interesting twist. I guess they're even idiots. And I guess Ruber retreats. And next fight. Lord Malice and the Wizard of Wonderland from Care Bear's Adventures in Wonderland versus Pete. After Pete overthrew Darla Dimple, now Pete's becoming the new king of Wonderland. And the wizard wants to overthrow him. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that ever since Murloc died, Lord Malice is back. He's an interesting character, and yeah, even though I already described that Malice is from a Filmation's sequel to both the film and the Disney of Snow White, which is not really a sequel from Disney, but it's from Filmation only. Plus, did I get to mention that Lord Malice is voiced by Malcolm McDowell? He's the actor who played Alex D. Large from A Clockwork Orange. It's a very R-rated film. That's the actor who played the villain. I guess Malice needs to help the wizard to overthrow Pete to take over Wonderland. Okay, this is actually my favorite fight. I actually do. Not a really favorite, but I actually like this fight. Okay. I have not seen most of the Care Bears movies. I know of the toys, but I never saw the movies. I only know of it from the Nostalgia Critic's review of these films. Which, again, his reviews on them are very entertaining. And the Wizard of Wonderland is very creepy. I mean, just wait. Oh, not yet. Pete sending the Weasels after Lord Malice. And he... Yep. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, up there, finally. Look at that! Yeah, that'd be reason why. This is something that'll haunt you in your nightmares. Just look at that. What the heck? This is something you see out of a Paranormal Activity or even a horror movie. Yeah, an animated horror movie that'd be. Either live action or animated, it'd still be creepy. Even Pete's freaked out. And Lord Malice and the Wizard of Wonderland win. Next fight. Merman from He-Man versus Ursula. I guess, yeah, even though in the description that Merman wants to challenge Ursula over the control of the ocean. I guess Skeletor must have sent him. And one thing I love is that in part 2 we get to use TV characters, the TV villains. Which I think is actually pretty cool. Now we get to see really awesome TV villains like David Xanatos from Gargoyles, Firelord Ozai from Avatar The Last Airbender, Amon from Legend of Korra, Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, and what else? Trying to think. Oh yeah, Father from Full Metal Alchemist and Lelouch from Code Geass. And that would have been so cool, but then it turns out there's one character I really wanted to see in the tournament, but it turns out you guys said you're not going to use the Joker. I want the Joker in it because he's awesome. Why won't you guys use the Joker? He's one of the most popular villains of all the Batman villains. For God's sakes, people. Yeah, Joker from Batman the Animated Series. Not just that, but he's played by Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself. For crying out loud, people. I don't think I'm the only one here. I'm sure there are many other Joker fans that want to see the Joker in Disney versus non-Disney villains. I can't take this much complaint right now. I'm just... But if there's a chance you might do Joker just for once, maybe, please. Okay, enough of the complaining. Okay, this is a really interesting fighting. Yeah, if you guys can't tell what footage they're using Ursula from, it's from the Little Mermaid TV show. Yes, there is a Little Mermaid TV show. If you think The Lion King was the only one that has a TV show, even Tangled, no, even The Little Mermaid had a TV show, even Aladdin had a TV show. Back in like the early 90s and early 2000s when Toon Disney was around. I guess Ursula wins. Next fight. The Skeleton King from Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. My god, that's a long title, ain't it? Versus the Huntsman and the Hunt Girl from Disney's American Dragon Jake Long, the series. Okay, the Skeleton King has arrived to Earth and he's sending his minions, the formless minions, to invade Earth. And the Huntmaster has spotted them and has decided to attack them. And here's one thing that confuses me. Are you guys sure that Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go is not Disney? Are you sure? Because when I was a kid, I mean... Okay, me and my big brother, when we were kids, we go to our cousin's place, and we watch anything in the living room on television. In the morning, it was Toon Disney, even in the evenings. But at night, it's Jetix, kind of like with Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. In the morning and the evening, Toon Disney is Toon Disney. But at night, there's Jetix. Unlike Adult Swim with Jetix is more with the epic anime-like sort of stuff, or like action thrill rides and serious tone, kind of like with Teen Titans in a way. But are you guys sure that Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go is not Disney? I mean, are you sure? Just asking. I think it would have been better if the Huntsman and the Huntsgirl fight magical creatures, not aliens. I mean, yeah, I guess aliens are part of the superstitious stuff, but seriously, they're not magical things. They're more sciencey things. And one thing interesting, most of the actors from American Dragon are the voice actors from Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Huntsgirl, also known as Rose, is played by the same actress who's played Katara. Jake Long, the protagonist of the show, is played by Prince Zuko, the actor Prince Zuko. I mean, the same guy who played Prince Zuko is the guy who played Jake Long. I'm just saying. I think Dante Bosco. Yeah, that's the guy. Plus, Skeleton King is played by Mark Hamill, kind of like how I describe about the Joker. Or History Buff 5341 calls the Skeleton King Halloween Mark Hamill. And the Huntsman and the Huntsgirl wins. Next fight, Dr. Dragon from Disney's Kim Possible the series versus Mojo Jojo. First thing I want to say, that's David Xanatos from Disney's Gargoyles the series. Yes! Oh my god! Just yes! 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 I love Gargoyles! It is one of my favorites. Hold on a minute. I got them on DVD. Yes! Gargoyles! The complete first season and Gargoyles. Season 2, Volume 1. I still need to get Volume 2. I love Gargoyles with a passion. If you don't know the show, it's about Goliath, who is like the leader, along with his family, the Gargoyles. There were millions of years ago, they were guardians of the castle in Scotland, but they were betrayed by the humans. And now they slept in statues for thousands of years, but now, 1,000 years have passed, they have been awakened. And now their castle belongs to David Xanatos in the skyscraper, which is like really high as Mount Olympus. And it's really awesome. You guys should check it out. It's not your stereotypical Disney fairy tale stuff. No, it's more like if the writers of Batman made a show kind of like this. That's how cool it is. Spoilers! David Xanatos is a member of the Illuminati. So are we going to see the Illuminati in here? That'd be interesting. Never thought you'd see the Illuminati in a Disney cartoon, did ya? A family picture. Okay, in description, David Xanatos needs scientists for candidates to which one who can help him. There's Dr. Draken, and let's just say Kim Possible is kind of a guilty pleasure for me. So I did start to go into, like, watch the movies and shows that were used in Disney versus non-Disney villains. And Kim Possible is one of them. I watched I think a couple of them, and it was a pretty good cartoon. I like Dragon and Dr. Dragon. He's kind of a funny villain. And there's Mojo Jojo, and I know a lot of people have nostalgic feelings for Powerpuff Girls, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of the Powerpuff Girls. I've never watched the show. The only reason I know who these characters are is because I had some friends in school that talked about it. So this fight is okay for me, but I'm just happy to see David Xanatos in there, and it kind of makes sense that Draken would work for Xanatos. Hey, anyone who would work for David Xanatos, it makes me happy. And I know this is the footage of Mojo that is from, like, the Powerpuff Girls movie, which I kind of like the animation style for them in the movie much better than the show. I haven't seen Kim Possible in the movie in a long time, since forever. Not the live-action one, that looks kind of stupid. Now Mojo Jojo is King Mojo Khan. Not sure how you call him that. Fighting giant toy robots. And Dr. Tracker wins. Now he gets to be Dr. David Xanatos' scientist. Next fight. Aerith from Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas versus Long John Silver from Disney's Treasure Planet. I guess Aerith is looking for a book that can help her gain alliance to get revenge on Hades. What makes you think it's on the ship of John Silver? I love Treasure Planet so much, and it's cool to see John Silver being a major player. I like how he's using the camera to find his eye to find Aerith, where she could be located at. Hold on. We move now! Yeah! I just love that line. And seeing like John Silver is ordering his pirates to fight Aerith, and how can you guys be able to fight Aerith, the goddess of chaos? That's crazy. I still love the music. My will to fight the night. And Aerith got the book she needs for whatever it is, but she leaves the lamp where Jafar is in, and oh boy. Now in the epilogue. Maleficent is furious at the Witches of Morva for their failure. I guess it was a trap for Ruber. And Pete arrives to forge an alliance with Maleficent. Kind of makes sense that Pete would team up with Maleficent. Kind of like in the Kingdom Hearts games, Pete was a minion of Maleficent. The weird part is some people ship them. I mean, I don't see Maleficent be having a thing for Pete. I would just see him as more as one of Maleficent's allies instead. Pete would probably look at Maleficent as someone higher than him, because she's the mistress of all evil. What would you expect? Plus, I still think it's awesome that my will to fight the night, my will to fight the night again. That battle theme that was used is from Sonic and the Black Knight. Give them credit. It's awesome. The guys who made the song, give them credit. Oh yeah! Fire Lord Ozai is sending Azula to the war. Now we get to see the villains from Avatar: The Last Airbender joining the war. And we have David Xanatos want to forge an alliance with Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe. Interesting. You know, most people I talk to, they mostly think, whenever they think of some TV shows not made by Disney, they usually think of Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. That's not what I do. I like how this series goes differently. It doesn't just go for Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network or Disney Channel. It goes for free-for-all shows. Not just Disney Channel, but also Toon Disney. And Jetix. Are we going to get the Jetix villains? Like Prince Phobos? It'd just be interesting. We also get the villains from like Transformers and G.I. Joe and He-Man. Maybe Thundercats. Well, these are like the reboots. I've never seen the original shows and the reboots versions, but I think I know them as the Robot Chicken characters. And I guess Cobra Commander is not interested in forging an alliance with David Xanatos, and Xanatos is talking to Demona, who is in the shadows. That everything's going according to plan. And Lord Malice arrives at Queen Grimhilda's castle, asking the magic mirror where his sister is. His sister is, of course, Queen Grimhilda. Interesting choice. And instead of taking revenge, he enjoys it. You know, I thought he'd be upset about it. What did she do to him that makes him hate her? And now, since the King of One Eye is dead, all the armies of the One Eye joins Shan Yu. And Yzma joins. In Atlantica, Ursula recruits Marina Del Rey. And Evil Manta. The Little Mermaid villains. Ruber is in a meeting with Ramesses and Kent Mansley. And Lord Malice joins Ruber. Huh. Cobra Commander is meeting with the Baroness. And now he's going to do his tourism ways. And Mock is back, baby. And now, to the Mockmobile. Can't tell you who that one is. No spoilers. Because that's what 73 Windman does. It said. No spoilers. That's what 73 Windman said. I kind of like that. So yeah, that was Disney vs. Non-Disney Villains Part 2, Round 1. So, yeah, this is Corey the Keyblade Wielder. May your heart be your guiding key. And make sure you leave a like and subscribe.